Good morning.
Morning.
It's Tuesday, January 16th, and we're about to go live on the radio as per usual. If you're watching this, then first of all, good morning to you. It's very wet and wild outside this morning. It's going to remain like that. Wintry showers are expected across many parts of the county. Snow actually in some higher ground as well. And temperatures today of 2 to 4 degrees. And Elaine, when she was coming in, and when I was coming in earlier on as well, we both got this blast of ridiculous hailstones. So just be careful out there this morning. It's yucky. So if you can stay in bed, do. But on the chance that you probably do have to get up, just be aware that it is a bit wild outside this morning.
Sorry,
what's going on?
Yucky is the word that I think Madeira should start using.
They really should, shouldn't they? Imagine Jean Byrne just telling us, tomorrow will be yucky. Anyway, morning.
It's to the point. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So obviously, I know you're going to go through the trends now, but obviously the big thing is Dolores O Riordan. Everybody's been talking about her this morning.
Yeah, really sad news. Breaking yesterday early afternoon that the Cranberries lead singer Dolores O Riordan has passed away at the age of just 46. I didn't realise she was so young.
Yeah.
And it reminds us, well, I think she was only 18 when they became famous. So
yeah, they cracked America very early, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were one of the first and still only Irish bands who ever really cracked America. Their debut album selling 40 million copies. Yeah. And of course, their debut single, Linger, just being such a massive hit around the world. A very talented woman, lived in Kerry for a while, of course.
Yeah.
Very troubled, I would say, and fame didn't sit easily with Dolores.
Yeah.
I think she was never comfortable with it. So that's really, really sad news. Of course, we're going to play the Cranberries. If you're a big Cranberries fan as well, we'd love to hear from you this morning. If you saw them live, maybe if you got any nice stories, do let us know. Let us know what Cranberry song you'd like to hear. We might play a couple of songs even.
Yeah, we might,
this morning. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Alan Finn will do the definitive Cranberries on Radio Kerry this evening from 6 o'clock as well. Trending wise, what's going on?
Yeah, so obviously Dolores is trending. She's the top trend in Ireland at the moment. Tommy Bowe also trending, announced his retirement, or he's going to retire at the end of the season.
Tommy Bowe!
Of course, he had a recent injury. I think it's going to sideline him for about 8 weeks, which means he's out of the Six Nations. And he just said that's it now. I think he's about 33, is he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, played 69 times for Ireland. He was a class player.
Never met the guy now or interviewed him like that, but always came across as a very nice, decent fella.
So
always
nice,
did, yeah.
Yeah, so nice, I would say. And Stephen Ireland is trending, and this is kind of a nice story. Stephen Ireland made his first Premier League appearance for almost 3 years last night. He played for Stoke. Unfortunately, Manchester United hammered them.
Yeah.
Pogba particularly good last night.
Yeah, he was brilliant. And if there's any consolation Stephen Ireland can take, that very early in the game he nutmegged Paul Pogba to a big way from the whole crowd. But after that, Pogba just took over the game again. He was brilliant.
So what a disaster poor Stephen Ireland's career turned out to be after such a promising start. I mean, almost 3 years out with injury. So how did he do apart from that?
I didn't see the game.
So
I only saw the highlights, and to be honest with you, the highlights barring that nutmeg on Pogba, the highlights just showed Man United's dominance really.
Yeah,
so
3-0 finished up. So so they're the main trends.
Papers this morning, not surprisingly, obviously Dolores O Riordan is on the front pages of almost all of the papers. She's pictured on the front page of the Examiner. Dolores dies age 46, as Elaine mentioned there. Garda review of Kerry baby's death is also on the front page. And Taoiseach concerned but says 8th is no longer tenable. That's about the 8th Amendment. Dolores pictured on the front page of the Times Ireland edition. And also they talk about more on the abortion referendum. The vote is not on 12-week access, according to Leo Varadkar there this morning. Police investigating the death of Cranberry singer Dolores O Riordan, whose body was found in a London hotel room. And a female Garda who was at the centre of this cocaine probe has resigned from the force following allegations of cocaine use. And much the same with the Irish Times then. Government to accept abortion committee's recommendations, and more on the Cranberries and Dolores O Riordan. So she makes all the front pages this morning, and it's again, just as we said at the very outset, it's very sad to think that she was only 46, very young. And it you know, when you hear the age of 46, it does make you realise how young she was and the Cranberries were when they did actually become quite famous. So amazing stuff.
Music wise today, we've got Charlie Puth on the show, we've got fun, we've got Rita Ora, we might play an oldie from Rod Stewart, I was thinking today, and of course we're going to play the Cranberries. So do let us know what song you'd like to hear on the show this morning. We're going to find out hopefully from you guys if there's any update on that pothole that I was supposed to fill yesterday.
The magic of Elaine.
Word is, and I got this on good authority yesterday straight from two people who were at a council meeting yesterday, is that I was the talk of the council meeting, the Queen of Potholes I'm now being called.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So if there's a pothole in your area you'd like to have filled, please do let me know. And I will
email breakfast@radiokerry.ie with photographic proof. That's amazing.
Pothole@radiokerry.ie. So we'll find out maybe. So if you're in that area, where was the latest one between Causeway and
heading out towards Ardfort, and they said that it was a crater.
Okay, well I was driving home last night quite late and out that direction, like as in heading from Tralee towards there, and a big council truck past me, and it definitely looked like the kind of truck that would fill a pothole. And I just thought to myself,
Is he doing it?
I've done it again.
Actually, I have a pothole you could fix. If anybody in Tralee knows...
sorry, no, I'm not going to fix it. I just kind of pray over it.
Power of Kinsella, like.
Yeah.
There's, the Horan Centre in Tralee, if anybody knows the Horan Centre, right? So as you're driving in, just outside Horan's Fruit and Veg, right, I often go in there to get some bits. And literally, about 6 feet from the door, over the last 2 days, this massive pothole has developed. It was never there before, and now I hit it yesterday.
It's not a road, though, really, is it? It's
a public road.
Just where you park there.
As you're driving, it's not in the parking space. It's actually the road you're driving up.
National local routes, really, that I concentrate on my.
It's a local route. It's a very local route, but it's a local route.
Okay, I'll look into it. Okay, thanks.
So what you're telling me is that your magic is non-existent for my problems, but for everybody else, it's fine, is it? No, that's grand.
It's quite special.
Anyway, I also want to go through this morning. Are you an impulse buyer? Would you buy things on impulse?
I would a bit, yeah.
I'm one of those. Yeah, I probably am. Do you know what happens is when we get paid, all of a sudden you're loaded, and I start going to myself, yeah, I'll get that now. And then a month later, like, why did I buy that? I have no money now. Stupid idiot.
Look, I've just worked out this way of living that's we get paid monthly. Yeah. And I live quite well for 2 weeks. And then I live kind of like I'm in prison
like
for
a student?
2 weeks. Yeah, a student, yeah. So, like, I've worked that out. I'd prefer to be kind of doing really nice stuff for 2 weeks and be piddle poor for 2 weeks rather than just to be kind of miserable for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, like kind of like, no, we can't have that. No, we're not going there. No, I'd be just like, let's do it for 2 weeks, and then just go, crap, okay. Oh God, what's in the freezer?
Yeah,
for the other 2 weeks.
That being my point is that you shouldn't be able to buy these impulse things, but again, I do. So payday and internet access is a bad combination. Yeah. But anyway, they've calculated roughly what we'll impulse buy, what we'll spend on impulse buying in our lifetime, and it's a worrying figure. It's an alarmingly large sum of money.
Oh no.
There's a phrase I didn't think I'd say on a Tuesday morning. So yeah, I'll go through that with you on the air this morning. But if you're an impulse buyer, or tell us what's the last thing you bought on impulse. Now it could be anything from food to fashion, cars, online, whatever. Maybe not so much a car. You didn't go in and just buy it. Do you know what? I think I just go in and spend 40 grand in a car. Yeah, some people probably do, yeah. So we'll go through that. It's a big number anyway on the show this morning. Oh, don't hold it in.
Look at the light.
No, don't hold it in. This is actually a genuine thing that's in the news this morning about a guy who ruptured his throat by holding in a sneeze. So
I hear we used to say in school, we didn't know what it meant. Like a sneeze is 1/10 of
an orgasm. Yeah, I heard that as well. But even still,
it's that
you could really hurt yourself. So don't do that.
Right.
Busy show coming up. Have a good day, morning and all that. Let's get coffee because I'm hanging and sneeze.